Flat Earth British, Martin Liedtke speaking. Hello guys, welcome back to the Great Flat Earth British think tank for what will be an absolutely mind-blowing vlog. If you don't know already, a day or so ago we made a post on the Great Flat Earth British think tank. I went live and talked about this subject, and it's blown everybody away, as it will you too. Okay, the effects are emotional roller coaster ride and experiencing really deep goosebumps and shivers right through your body. Okay, and they get constant. It's quite lovely at this information. Now what we're going to be talking about, guys, is human light bulbs. And what? We're going to be talking about the illumination of humanity, is what we're going to be talking about in this post tonight. It's important, it's massive, it's the biggest thing that I've encountered in my life, okay, and it's made me nervous about even, posting tonight, okay, a bit of an effort actually, but there's a lot going on in Flat Earth British world at the moment, and all will be explained. Now, it's probably best if I just get on. If you've seen the post already, okay, you will know. If you get it, you certainly know that this makes sense. Everything. This makes so much sense, guys. Now, it's an extension to the evolution, if you like, or the development of all of our research, all these channels, and everybody who's contributed on Flat Earth British think tank. That is you lot, guys. You lot did this. Lee, the genius of Lee, Flat Earth British, and his Vanna vlogs, but piecing it all together from what we found already. Now we start with the circuit board cities that I posted about on this channel recently. The cities and the grid that cover this entire plane, which show that the cities are actually computers and they're computing something. Could they be computing consciousness? Massive mind blow. But then we got to think about the water. The water has memory, and the water is holding all of the information. The water in your body, you're mostly made of water, trace carbon, the water particulates in the air, the water you breathe out, the water you breathe in, the water in the plants, the water in the grass, in the animals, in the oceans. They say 72% of this realm, or this place, is water. Water underneath you. Water everywhere. Programmable and holding memory. When you're in your mother's womb, before you're born, you are in a solution of fluid, liquid, which is an embryonic liquid which holds all the information you will need throughout your life. And the same works for a seed. They say the information's packed in its DNA, but it's an interaction. When the water hits that seed, all the information required, okay, is in that water. If you don't give that plant water, it's not going anywhere or doing anything. The information is in the water, in the data stream, in the cloud. Now, we could be getting closer to the cloud. We could be actually going up. All of it. We could be getting closer to the informational cloud, which is why everyone is waking up and privy to so much incredible mind-blowing information with a vibrational change. Now, the vibrational change that is to come will make something super fantastic happen, and it will happen, and it will reach that point of that vibrational change in the awakening soon. Now, there's a lot more thoughts. The constellations in the sky do not appear to be the same constellations. It all looks different. People have sent me emails saying, that's not the sky, Martin, that I'm used to. It's looking completely different. Other people, Lee, Flat Earth British, I don't know where everything is. All's looking very peculiar, as is the world around us. The population of Earth, the sheeple, have seemed to be replaced by Stepford wives and husbands. It's invasion of the body snatchers. There's no getting out of it that they are acting completely a new special kind of stupid. okay, with all this masking and just atoning to governments that happily bomb people to smithereens, no problem whatsoever, but everyone's just like, oh, are they okay? They really care for us. Oh, weak of everybody out there, eh? The truth is, they know better. They know, and they are immune to bullshit, especially with what is going down now, which is ramping up, obviously. But we have been thinking about the elites and the very strong possibility that all in power have bounced, flown the coop, left us behind. We've seen planes, which they said was Starlink, and they said was space, Starlink, which is bullshit, and they said it was a military exercise, which is also bullshit. So they were planes, and they were taking a lot of people out of here. People say, oh, well, I've seen the Queen. The Queen is never going back to Buckingham Palace again, they told us. Where's she going? She may have been spotted on the media, but they told us, what, a month or two ago, that these are royals and they wear masks. Look, here's Prince Harry and his ugly girlfriend, and they have masks on and they look exactly the same all over the internet. Them rubbing your face in it to let you know, okay, that they're not the royals and they're not the elites. And then Trump's just started wearing a mask. Why isn't he under there? All politicians have doubles, guys. Yeah, Gaddafi had doubles. Saddam Hussein, his son even, had doubles. Yeah, Churchill had doubles. They have doubles. They're not there. They're gone. They bounced. They left us to it. Now, the good news is, I hope that's not the case. I hope that's not the case. But antiquity and what I went through in the last 24 hours certainly show that we get reset. And the Phoenicians do come back. And that is the case. I think that the people who, or whatever they are, that run this place are caretakers. Caretakers for the real people, or the real whatever they are, that come back. Whatever you want to call them, the controllers. Okay? Now we're going to start here. Now, shine on, you crazy diamond. There's so many songs that tells us this is the case. You know, this is why the Illuminati are the Illuminati. They're the illuminated ones, because they know the information is what I'm going to share with you now. Are you ready? Buckle in if you don't know, guys, because this is going to be strange. People have reported exactly the same as me, that they have, like, first the emotional roller coaster, and then you know, with the shivers and the burrs and everything that go with it. Okay, so make sure to share this out. There's a high possibility that this video would disappear. Okay, thank you. Share this out, download it if you can. Now here we go. Human light bulbs, us. Entities of pure energy, all powerful and privy to all information on the realm, is us. We have been robbed on an unbelievable level. We'll start here, guys. Now, we're made of water as people. Now, in our studies, we study this. We study the homunculi, which are alchemical, and they're bred in jars. Homunculi are 2, our homunculus are 1. And they are bred in jars in the alchemical era, like so. And they're hit with a vibration of sunlight, electrical charge, which is a dove, wings open, sun and a moon, water in this case, and a bit of heat, and then he, the elixir of life, all of it, everything they were searching for, guys, is this. It was for the illumination. This is the enlightenment. This, you see, is what it's all about. Now, there's an experiment we've been talking about for a few years on Flat Earth British. Mine blows us always, and it's star in a jar. You get a gas bubble in a jar of water or a solution, and you hit it with a frequency, and it somoluminesces. Okay, somoluminescence is the same science that you see on the bottom of your ocean for sea creatures to, you know, exhibit bright colours when it's completely dark down there. Somoluminescence creates a star in a jar. Now, I'm a flat earther, and many of the people here also think that that is an ocean above, and that's why the sky is blue. And there's a dome over us, but the firmament has stars in it, stars like this. Now, this is how they happen, if you don't know. I'm just going to mute my microphone 2 seconds, please.
It looked like a star in the heavens.
Seth Putterman called it the star in a jar, a tiny spot of bright light contained in a flask of liquid. This star in a jar is made when a sound wave is passed through a small bubble inside a flask of liquid. And this sound wave makes the bubble do something remarkable. First it expands, then it collapses. And this collapse happens so violently that vapor molecules trapped inside the bubble slam together and heat up so much that the bubble gives off an incredible burst of heat and light, several thousand times a second, giving the appearance of a star. What made
Yes. So if we, like the homunculi, if we were put in one of these jars and we were hit with a sound, or an ultrasonic sound, and we would light up like these. Creatures, or beings, excuse me, of pure energy. Sentient, ascended, and emanating light. Now, the key is with this, guys, as soon as one of us finds the vibration, we'll all find it together, I got a feeling, at the same time, on the same day. And once the first of us lights up, the emanation will go through all of reality, and once one of us lights up, we all light up. Who's going first? All alchemical knowledge tells us this is the case. Of these vials, use the corona, and they're building or creating, in this case, dragons. You get peacocks, you get hydra, and dragons and such. So they're creating creatures as well, in giant flasks, homunculi flasks. So yeah, theoretically, if you put a human in here, and hit them with this frequency, whatever frequency they're using. I don't think it's 432 or anything we know. I think it's an ultrasonic, it says here. So somoluminescence is a phenomena that occurs when a small gas bubble is acoustically suspended and periodically driven in a liquid solution at ultrasonic frequencies, resulting in the bubble collapse, cavitation, and light emission. So, you know, as soon as this ultrasonic frequency hits it, it collapses and it emanates light. This is what's happening with the stars in the firmament, or that they are actually ascended beings, Venetians, like you will see in all the depictions I'm going to show you now, and they are sort of going round and round, suspended there somehow, waiting for an opportunity for the portal to open or the sun to zoom in, and they enter our realm, which is what antiquity shows. And the gatekeepers have maybe not got the gold ready or what have you, and have legged it. Who even knows? But anyway, we can light up. We can light up. Here is images through, I suppose, time of Christianity will show the, you know, is this a chink, like, you know, in the firmament with the light shining through? So she's emanating light, and she's bringing in a new batch of Cherubanuskis. So red, just like the arrivals, really, but their new realm. But they're not light, you know, illuminated the same way, are they? So Christian deities, all illuminated. Illumination. And you'll see this right through antiquity in every single faith. Now, in the Babylonian death cult that you we're living in at the moment, they have Helios, which is the sun god. You'll have Ra in the Egyptian faith. You'll have even Zeus, Hermes are all attributed to plasma. All of these deities are all illuminated. This is the Enlightenment. Same as the stars of today in Hollywood, or the superstars. They've only got a little bit of radiance to make them, but they could have done that artificially, or through some vibrational technology that MK Ultra or what have you give them, or some technology, so they can shift their frequency enough for films and stuff, so they can radiate like pop stars do, because they're flat later. Their battery's not charged at all later. So sun disk or emanation. These guys are all emanated, but people thought at the time, well, they're all just holy, God-given their emanation, the knowledge. But yeah, the knowledge of shifting your vibration through love, empathy, and compassion, and this happens. We all light up, and that's the only way to win the day. By the way, I'll explain all later. Anything else will be them, and we will never win. It has to be done through love and compassion, and empathy is the only way to win. You see? Emanating. And use your alchemists of old. And he's trying to get something alive. The kids crying, I don't think they made it. With the homunculus. Some of their gods, or their deities, also illuminated when they arrive. This is the knowledge. This is the knowledge. The corona, the crown, is our illumination, literally, and it's all down to a frequency that hits us, or we can do with the vibrational change. Is this the royals? This is the double crown, but this is the they tell you, they're laughing in your face all the time that this is the case. More illuminated beings right the way through antiquity. It's not only in the Christian faith, even he has an homunculus, or she has. 4 angels, Alpha and Omega, and another deity also illuminated, beings of pure energy and light, and that is us. Something happened to us very terrible, and we'll hit you up with what we think that is now. She's illuminated, but really unusual in the background. It's like prison. So just to push it in your face, because they like to do everything in your face, guys. They show you every day that this is the case with, these are the Babylonian, deities. Babylon, London, in Roman it's Mithra, etc., etc. But they are emanating deities. This is the Statue of Liberty. Sol, in your face, emanating every day, and you've never seen it. She's lit up. The Phoenicians are lit up like stars. Now, there you go again. Statue of Liberty and your Phoenicians welcoming you and rubbing your face in it so you don't even know. Stars, they are up in the firmament, and we take photographs of them with P900s, and they look like wave functions travelling through a medium of water, like a light on a swimming pool on your wall. They wave like they're in an ocean or in water when the light waves travel to us. They're all like it, all the stars. Nothing like what NASA show us when we look at them. They look like waveforms travelling through water. Also star thoughts, not called star thoughts for accident. You can see the sacred geometry in them, the fractal nature of them, but also there's no avoiding that they are exactly like stars, all connected. I'll explain later what I mean by that. Probably not in this post, I don't want to confuse it. Now, in your face, they tell you, with the Statue of Liberty that we illuminate, all Hindu deities, Krishna, Vishnu, all of them are illuminated beings. Look at this. Dark, big hole, and the sun. Portal. and all illuminated. Because they arrived, the Phoenicians, this one's got his trident. Is that the vibration? And they're all just illuminated beings. That's why everyone wonders what they hate when they turn up. Now, at a vision a couple of nights ago, other people have had it. Lee had exactly the same vision, that he's seen Phoenicians, and they was flying down, and they were so bright they were blinding. You couldn't see it. You couldn't even look at them. Somebody sent me an email the other day saying he went out to try and look at a constellation and everything's all messed up, but the stars were too bright for him to look at and they looked really low. I thought, well, that's really unusual. It's sort of fitting with everything else that I'm thinking. So, what happened in this realm to make our vibration drop so much that we lost this charge, we lost this emanation? Well, they chopped all the trees down. The trees give off vibration. You can listen to a cannabis plant on YouTube, the sound it gives off. Plants and animals give off a vibration and sound. You feel invigorated and energized when you leave a forest. And these are emanating a vibration. Can you imagine what it was like when all of this place, all of Britain, all of Europe, all of Asia, all of America was all forested? The vibration would have been fantastic, and the vibration would have been high enough for us to light up. And that's why they got rid of all the big trees. And I think the film Avatar is more of a documentary, rub in your face, you know, wind you up, of a reality that is more like the reality that we had. So they use the excuse of chopping all the trees down as for agriculture, and they are doing it now with the Amazon. And what is a tree, for a start off? Okay, now, trees are natural organ devices. Okay, apart from that, natural organ devices, because they reach out like organ energy into the ether, they look exactly like lungs, alveoli. And they say that the trees are the lungs for the earth. No coinkydink, they look like the human lung, but they also look like the human brain, or more exact, the electrical responses, or an encephalogram of a brain, the CG scan of a brain. You will see it looks like a tree. Okay, so trees are more. Forget that name tree, think of it as something else, like an antenna. They're sticking 5G towers in trees. Is that to augment it? Now, trees are antennas, and all of the information is in the water. There's something happening between the trees and the grass and the plants and the water. Some symbiosis for information. The trees are packed with information. You get massive trees, you get mass amounts of information. Water, they bring their own water, they produce a rainforest just by being. Okay, so don't think of trees in the form of just conversion to carbon dioxide to oxygen and just devices as photosynthesis, etc. Think of them as more. Think of them as antennas. Think of them as informational exchanges, like the human brain. And think of trees all being chopped down and what it did to this place. Vibration, all of it dropped. Now they say the human residence of this place is actually dropping too, like it can be tested, like no. So is the charge dropping off? Is the charge dropping off of our realm as we get closer? So a new subject, so I'll talk a little bit more about that on Images of the Day. So we light up, okay, and this knowledge is known through antiquity. It shows in all sorts of antiquity depictions, as I will try and show you. But this is fantastic. This is in 1700s, and it's basically a guy with a prime conductor, gentle restorer, the world's largest. Now I know they stuck like a little bell end on there and it looks like a big knob, okay, and that's what's going on. And he's like, I got a big knob, and he's like, mine's positively charged. Now these are devices, as you can see. They had these in the past to charge your body, and the health on them is listed above. Now we haven't got these now, okay. Look at that, the celestial music from a cannon. Isn't that a good clue? So anyway, this technology is around in Kirchner's day. This is in the 1700s, where they're invigorating people using charged electricity. Now, when you're out in your day and you're charged, you're feeling invigorated, you're feeling fantastic. You might have a drop or two in your charge during the day, but when you get home in the night and you get grounded, because all the taps in your houses are grounded, etc., you will get flattened. Yeah, that's basically discharge. Okay, you're discharging. Now, if theoretically, if you don't discharge, okay, and you keep charge, you could live forever. This invigoration here, look, this is what the things it does. That round vigor, that full-toned juvenile, so it makes you look really young. Vitality, which speaks so cordially and so affectionately home to the female heart. So it makes you look really like, you know, radiating, and like your missus is gonna really like it, okay? And she's gonna like it too, apparently. Consolating its flavour and friendship, and riveting its intense affections. So basically, it makes you feel really nice, okay? It tickles you from head to toe. I know. This thing. I know. Away from the German MAGA killer. Ugh. So a bit of anti-German rhetoric even in the 1700s. But anyway, The Temple of Health for the Human by Magog and Gog. Isn't that incredible? So this guy over here, he's not got a big musical canon, and he's not got a big charger either. His one does stuff though as well. He's not moaning too much at the German, but what they're telling you, what's he saying here? The devil is saying, "Away with it, my dear son. I'll find fire eternally for you," because they're using electromagnetic technology in the 1700s, and I think probably in terms of weapons as well. But yeah, so if you invigorate yourself, look at that Mac G battery, 1700s, stunning. What else we got here? So this is the reservoir of dead insects destroyed. Ugh. In there, in that big box. Look at the sparks coming out of that, and his finger as well, where he's become alive as well. And look, it's got an antenna on the back, like a TV aerial, and a trident. 1700s, guys. TV aerial. And cure for dropsy and gout in the stomach is electromagnetics. So yeah, there's some health factors with it, and it was shouted about quite a bit in the past. As I will show you. Actually, excuse me. In the past, they will show you batteries, wind-up handles for electrostatic charge to turn that like a dynamo, charges batteries, and it can be used on whatever that is, a xylophone. 1700s. Also this is out of Kirchner book. Kirchner in the 1700s using batteries and static. Look at the brushes on there. Well, that's turning that wheel. That looks like that wheel we've seen a lot of depictions. We'll look later. Also this here, the antenna. So yeah, electricity's not new to us. And they were using these giant invigorators here in this giant Phoenician building. So the view of the apparatus part of the great cylinder of the Parthenon. Mind-blowing. In the Parthenon, they were using these great electrical devices. That far back, guys. Who knew? Who knew? Just like Faches. Here as well. This is a little bit later. I think this one's 1839. And they have Tesla technology. This wheel's turning, it's charging up this Van de Graaff generator, it's arcing, and they're collecting the power and they put it into these batteries. So then things that I was showing on that vlog 2 weeks ago from the Great Exposition were surely batteries that are identical to these. We found it. They massive electrical generating devices, dynamos, free energy. So yeah, they used to use this. Look, this was a sort of treatment. Some by Dr. Doyle. Ye strangers and natives of our exhibition, air, magnets and harmony quickly repair. 5 shillings alone at the price of admission to our apparatus for brilliant, and it's brilliant and rare. Brilliance as well. Brilliance and glory for emanating. Come to the temple and try our sample. Doctor himself honoured to strew. Come ye where electricity tickles you from your top to your toe. So electricity treatment goes on. What it does, yeah. A bed that's celestial to bodies terrestrial will warmly induce it wonderful use. Bring children like giants that set in defiance the pygmies that nature alone can produce, excuse me. Your feelings as such from its delicate touch, with pleasure and charms universal ye glow. Come ye where electricity tickle you from head to toe. So that's what electricity does for you. This is what technasmia is. Health, honour and happiness all will be produced of beds of celestial. It plainly appears they strengthen our minds as well as our bodies and make you exit for 100 years, so you live on as well if you don't discharge, where electricity tickles you from head to toe, using a device like that they had in the 1700s, and they even tell you on that you live forever or years. Here's more Kirster. You have brushes that actually look like heads, but they're for electrical devices and batteries, and a lot of them are like dynamo free energy as well. Okay, spinning on their own momentum. These are using brass, thimbles, and I guess if they're magnetic, they will perpetually turn. Also, reanimation of heads. They look like they're using magnets, some sort of technology, and positive, negative, hands coming out of nowhere. This is some sort of electrical apparatus, very advanced. I'd love to know what exactly it is, but he's touching it to connect with it, and it's emanating something, and it's going into his brain. Wow, to invigorate his brain electrically. And apparently using electric or a large slab of batteries, you can get a big shock and you can reanimate the dead. But you can do that anyway. That's what they do in the modern day. If anyone has a heart attack, and they're alive again. So electricity and charging machines were a thing in the 1700s, and they keep people invigorated and really healthy in the past. And there's that poem. Now, in this you will see, this is an alchemical book by Manly P. Hall, but what it will show you, it would seem, is how, or this is like their secret, how to illuminate the human, or the homunculus. Okay, it's a recipe basically, and it all comes down to this moment when we spark, and it will show you this moment there of emanation from a vibration caused by certain catalysts that can only, maybe metals or something that will vibrate at a specific ultrasonic, and it will make you do this, just like the atom. Look for angels as well. That's us, illuminated, the awakening. And that's what all these alchemical depictions mean. That's what all this knowledge is. This is what this pyramid illuminating. Plasma, yeah, for what it designates. So this is incredible, the next thing, guys. I am getting on in time, but we got enough. It doesn't matter if it goes up later. This is from a book that I found, and it is a site in Dalmatia. It's a German book, and it's incredible. It's got a swastika on the cover. What's unusual is this is before the Nazis or National Socialism. This is in the First World War. No, this is a year before the First World War. In the Weimar Empire has, or under Hindenburg, have the swastika, but I think it's for its more you know, North Pole hole and the toroidal turning and peace sign aspect. But anyway, they go through this this site here, okay, which is, I guess, in Slovakia, which is ancient Dalmatia, and they found Tatarian language and Tatarian. The most unbelievable antiquity I think I've ever seen. I don't know what to make of any of it, but it's Phoenician and it's sun gods, but it's that language as well. So I'll show you some of the things they found in this system. So there's that language, which is very similar to Tatarian, very similar to the language we've been studying. They get dog heads, and same as the Egyptians with the Anubis type of bird head thing going on. Well, that's a jackal anyway. And very unusual deities. Check these out. So I can't give you a date to the site, but it's ancient, and this is a really far off reset. 3 heads there. Excuse me. So this language is Slavic, and it's also very akin. Apparently, Etruscan is also Slavic, who preceded Rome, so very early in Slovenia. And again with the head on a stick, but the people, you know, what are they? Oh look, wave functions, and another sun. Very ancient. Not much left in this site, but what civilization was that? Well, we do recognise it. It's that alchemical wheel thing you see in the hieroglyphicum. Them same people, same language, recognisable. But they have these kind of things. Are they? Have you ever seen anything like them? Well, she's like emanating. She's like a sun, isn't she? And what's with the happy hat? Gets stranger than that. Look at this deity. He's emanating. Or looks exactly like the Statue of Liberty. These all these coming out. Perkon. Statue of Perkon. God Perkon. Whatever it is. Look at the head on that. He's emanating too. Yeah, it's just absolutely mind blowing to think. Starting a gyrus. All we need is a vibration. I'm guessing he's in there somewhere, guys. But what's going on? I can't imagine. Very trippy deities. All emanating. That one's got like a horse head. From an ancient site in Dalmatia. Ancient Dalmatia. Slovenia. Very, very unusual. So look at this. He's emanating. Got the things coming out of the light. And he has like a toga or a pleat skirt. I think there's a small human there too. Small thing. Oh yeah, there is. There's another one there. Okay. A strange language. I'll give you the book. I'm only showing a few of the images to give you an idea, but they are fantastic. Never seen anything actually like them in my life, or like that. Have you ever seen anything like that? Me neither. And that language, which is like almost readable, eternal or something. Here they are again. You get a lot of these with duck heads as well. Duck heads, dog heads. Wear a duck on your head and silly smile. But I suspect Phoenician here. Look at this. It's got a lion head, a duck. A lion with a duck on his head. And this is another duck head. Should have duck, mate. Oh, ducky. He's got like a chihuahua there as well, this lion dude, whatever he is. Duck head. And a little chihuahua. There's the language. There's a facsimile of his original language. I know the Tatarians had far more letters. They were really smart than now. We only have 26. I think they had something like 500 letters or something ridiculous. So yeah, Dalmatia. Wow, what an interesting place. And they give you an alchemical deity. No coincidence that it is lit up. The moment we light up, that's it. We got other plans to wake up humanity though. Been thinking about a few things this week. It's been a lot ongoing. I've been really busy. I've been to London over the weekend. We'll talk about that a little bit later. And images of the day. So yeah, I think they're the keepers of this place, the controllers. I think they might have fucked off. There is 2 Londons, you see, guys. The London that's there now, the city of London, is not part of Great Britain. That's the site, by the way. It's not part of Great Britain. Like Washington isn't part of America. Okay, guys. And the other London is where all the money and the gold goes to. It's why we're all slaving for the other London. Okay. And them, they're not at home anymore. There's a date anomaly with this book. This is I was just showing this is Phoenicians in a hieroglyphicum, and there's a date anomaly. He's got 1735 question mark and 1769's written 4 times. So what's going on? I can't imagine. But they show you all electromagnetics and the same thing with the flask, unveiling it. Look at this, Alpha and Omega fasces. Everything is in there. The Gorgon, the flask, the pyramid with the eye, and the emanation of the light. Everything that we just found out is verified by hieroglyphicum. All of it. Look at this guy, who wants to eat that pig head. He can't reach it because his neck's changed. What you see in the hieroglyphicum is a lot of cruelty. People being cooked, being eaten. Look at this. The sun comes in on a pair of Masonic pillars. Yeah. Well, we're starting to know what this is about, you know. It's the biggest secret ever. And there they are with their viewers. You know, she's not just in the middle of a field looking at herself in the nud. Okay, guys, there's more going on than that. It's a viewer. You see them all over these depictions, these viewers. So, oh look at him. This is Ignatius Iola. He's got the holy hand grenade. He's going to throw it. So I think that the orb, when it's basically charged with vibration, which is shown, it activates, which is what happens with humans. When they hit a specific frequency, they activate. Look. She's not talking. That's not her. She's not talking to herself. She's talking to someone else. She's getting guidance. I know there's a lot to look at, guys, but time's getting on. I will share these. I'll just go through a few. There's Carnage, and this is why in whatever this is 1500s, guys. And he's showing you that I need glasses. I need sunglasses. These are shades. This is what we're seeing for the emanation of light that's coming from the deities of the Phoenicians, because they're blinded by the light, blinded by the wings of the eagle, and then they all come through like this, blazing in colour. Look at this one. He's like an X-ray. Or does he really look like that? And a lot of serpents strangling this one. Owl attack. So much going on. But again, these technologies for illumination. This is illuminated. This is illuminated. Oh, it's Windy Miller there. And he's got homunculus, is it? No, it's a little serpent. So, she's got 3 titties. You get that a lot in these alchemical depictions. I can't find anything to complain about with that. There's homunculus. And what are they doing in there? Oh, that same Nubus type of deity. He's got some sort of magic stick that's got a pentagram above it, and the eternal flame. Now we know what's going on with the eternal flame at the Olympics. This is them in your face with it. This is who we are. This is outside of Parthenon, your own. She's illuminated. She's got the sun over her head, the sun disk, I've had 1,000 explanations for what that's supposed to be, and now I know. This one's got many, many breasts. It's a Phoenician. This one is not completed. I don't know why, but he's blindfolded, one eye. The mask. The masks. Again, you see this a lot with the masks. So, he's coming up from the water, is he? She's activated. She's got the inner sun. Can you see the inner sun radiating? And an apocalyptic event when the rain comes and all arrive through the dome. With judgment. Looks like a bit of a rip-off too, doesn't it? There's the holy hand grenade there, a big version. Very, very unusual. Oh, what have I done wrong? Emanating light. Again. And this is what you're getting with Annunciation. You get Gabriel comes in and he zaps Saint Mary with a beam of light, and he charges her, and then she's born with the Christ seed, or consciousness, or Christ consciousness, or whatever vibration it is needed to make us all light up. So this guy, she's looking in the mirror, because she's like really, it's not a mirror, she's Skyping, and he's like copying her look on her knickers. It's really weird. And everyone's around, look at him. He's on a little bong, lighting his bong, lighting his pipe. Shoot that poison arrow through my heart. Shoot that. Oh right, you are. She's in the firmament, in the constellations. Yeah, it goes on and on. He's illuminated. Would you agree with that? And they go round and round, just like the stars on the star trails go round and round above us, like in a liquid. And now they've shifted and not in the same place. There's one of those again. They're not in the same place. Constellations all over the place. Look, he's blinded. The heart, in alchemical language, now we know what the heart is. The heart that's in flames is the activation. This is what they're doing, they're activating the heart. So they go on. I'll give it to you because there's a lot of detail. Look at this. He's like a holy dude. He's like, I'm going to anoint you with some holy water. Here's my friend, the skeleton, to hold you so you don't wriggle. Bit more baptism going on. You're next for the baptism. I don't want to. Come on. Why's he got a pentagram over his head? He looks to be venting, the Pope guy, and there are wobbly columns. I don't know what he's doing. So, pretty much explains it all in these, don't it? Especially the orb, crucible. Definitely a part of it, as well as the scepter. Scepter could be used for healing. We'll see it a bit later on. It's an electromagnetic device, pretty much like the charger machine. For charging you. They know to keep charged. They know to keep charged and not discharge. Look, he's got glasses on as well. 1500. Yes, I know they are pretty chaotic and demonic, aren't they? All these codes that many of whom have been cracked by now. Okay. Well, look at this fake globe. Ooh, that's hurt. Bet that hurts. Little flying hearts, neck and the head. She's got stars all around her head, yeah. Because we're stars. We're suns. We've got the power of the sun in us. But a little bit more than human battery banks. Maybe if the charge of the bones is going below us, they need to up the charge. This is what the reset is for. They need the extra dead. Maybe they're all gone. Just been replaced with Stepford wives, etc. So, moving on, because time is getting away from me and I never get this uploaded in time. This is a book of magic, natural magic, by John Baptista Porter, and it's basically really exciting actually. Causes of wonderful things, of the generation of animals, of the production of new plants, of the increasing of household stuff, of changing metals, a bit of alchemy, of counterfeiting gold, of the wonders of the lodestone, magnets, excuse me, strange cures of beautifying women, of distillation, of perfuming, artificial fires, tempering of steel, cookery, fishing, fowling, hunting, invisible writing, spies, strange glasses, static experiments, experiments in electrostatics, even before the ones I just showed you, pneumatic experiments, and of chaos. So I'll give you that book. It's linked up on my website, but it's a fantastic read. Now, we move on. In antiquity, in the mud flood buildings like this one in London, you will see that you got all windows all bricked up, and it's not a blocking attack, Nasmia. You see this in all of Christendom. It's not exactly London. I've seen this everywhere, absolutely everywhere. And what it is, or what they tell you it is window tax. They say that a window tax was a property tax based on the number of windows of each house. To avoid the tax, some houses from the period came to be seen to have bricked up their window spaces, ready to be glazed or reglazed at a later date, which they never did. In England and Wales, it was introduced in 1696 and repealed in 155 years later in 1855. So they're saying, right, that there was a window tax worldwide, because I've seen this all over the world, these things blocked off in America, and 1855, that very anomalous year, it ended, but not before. Isn't that unusual? So before 1855 there was a tax on windows. Is there an excuse for these being blocked up? Maybe, but I think it sounds like the biggest load of rubbish that I've ever heard in my life, is what I think. Anyway, did the Royals get hit for window tax on Hampton Court or any of these places? Because they got a few windows, haven't they? Didn't see any of them getting boarded up. But yeah, you see it a lot, don't you? And in churches as well. So how did the church get it? Did the church have to pay a tax? So, found that. Lee, Flat Earth British, found that. So I never knew that. It's awesome. So, talk a little bit about London and what else is happening. If you just give me a second. I noticed the Del from Beyond Imaginary Curves channel's been taken out. He started out the same year as me, 2015. In fact, the same couple of weeks. And he's been trying to spread truth. He does a different version to me. I do it with like love, compassion, overstanding. He does it with "I'll fuck you up and smash your brains in" sort of thing. But he's done it for 5 years, but apparently he's all given up now. I'm gone. So I hope he comes back and makes another effort, because don't give up. I never. And just start again. So best luck to him. So yeah. So, mind-blowing stuff. I think this is definitely 100% reality. Everybody else does. We are human light bulbs, and the trees have been chopped down. There's something else that's going on, and it's lowered the vibration. We need to up it. We need to find that vibration together, and we can lift it. We can lift the light vibration, and we all become human light bulbs. It'd be fantastic. All the information, everything. So this is what's happening in the world of Flat Earth British. I guess I'll reach 20,000 subscribers soon on Martin Liedtke. If you do subscribe, I'll have a big party. Also, on my Flat Earth British think tank channel, 500 and, well, the same as that, 10,000 on there. So I'll have a double whammy day, because they'll may arrive around the same time. I'll have a big party. Okay, so on parties, you're thinking of getting a load of flat earthers, load of truthers and people together. I went to London on the weekend, guys. Okay, make sure to subscribe to all these. Okay, they'll be linked, and hemp will be linked, CBD oil, okay, and fantastic book. I've got one here, The Holy Grail of a Flat Earth. Now, I went here on the weekend. What happened was this, okay, let me just check my microphone's alright, yeah. What happened was this, I woke up Sunday morning, and the spirit told me to get out of bed and go to London. So I did, and the next minute, like magic, click of a finger, I found myself here in Hyde Park with my friends and activists, truthers. It's Roxanne and Asita, and I met Nora. A lot of you in the Flat Earth know these people, okay, in the truth community. So I had a fantastic, fabulous time. I really needed to get out and see some friends, but there's more to it. It was absolutely fantastic. Basically, this is happening on the weekend. Now, I need support to be able to get you. I reckon I can do something to save humanity here. This is happening okay? I'm not so sure about the fighter thing. This is why I need to be there. This is why I'm important, because I can get people to overstand, the people to get it. Somebody needs to tell them the truth, okay? Because I don't think anyone else will, okay? The march starts outside here. It goes from Speaker's Corner all the way up to Parliament, and it's about mandatory masks, vaccines and tests. Now, I travelled all the way to London Saturday, and I wore no mask, okay? I had an exemption one given off my friend Liedtke, but it was only for the London Underground. I am exempt from wearing a face mask, okay? I'm not going to be able to do this, guys. If they say it in all shops, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to cower. I'm not going to say yes. I'm not going to do it, okay? Now, this is bullshit, and this got to go. The tyranny got to end. Now, there's going to be 10,000 people maybe outside here, and we've got permission, or these people got permission, right? Asita and Roxana got permission to take speakers or an amplifier, okay, out on the street here, outside, and basically red pill these people, okay? Be on telly, there'll be cameras there, loads of media, and that before they march off. It'd be great if we could persuade every town, village, and city in the world to rise up peacefully with love in their heart and compassion, okay, through empathy, and turn the whole tide of humanity this weekend and end it all, end them, gone, end off, okay? No violence, just love and understanding, overstanding, all that bullshit that's happened before disappears forever and ever, and everyone learns about self-illumination, and then everything's 2 reasons for humanity to be saved in one vlog, both viable, both real. What do you think? I need help to get there. Okay, so I find it really difficult to get 2 trips to London in 1 week. So there's my friends. So this is Roxanne and Asita, as I said. I'll show you some film. I took some stunning film. And there's me and Roxanne. Isn't that a lovely photograph? Yeah, I know. So it speaks 1,000 words, that photograph, don't it? No. What do you think? I know. It's nice, isn't it? So there's me. I did a little bit of video. There's my friends. Nora, I've known since the very beginning of the Truth of Community, since 2015. She's been my friend. So Liedtke as well. And Underground, Mark, and some other guys there. So we all met. This is like an air vent that goes through an underground installation, underground, under the park. So we need. When I got back, I had about 20 emails saying, "Are you still in London, Matt? Can I come and meet you?" No, I'm back on the train going home. I had to go home because basically I didn't have the money to go to a hotel or anything. So the people used to hang on this, and this is where Speaker's Corner used to be, and this is where we're hoping to stand and shout to thousands of people to basically wake the fuck up, red pill. 2 secs. Now,
British in Hyde Park in London. What's that, Earthers? Nora?
so I've got a couple of videos I'm going to share.
Nora.
Right.
Thank
One day out.
Hello, my darling. And Mamacita. And Virgin.
Tidy by there.
And
The justice run away. There were system failures. And this gang were all doing that. And my Instagram makes us so how fantastic is that, guys?
I think you're on a mission to get everyone in a certain state.
I'll tell you about a funny synchronicity.
To get everyone in a certain state of mind. I think that's actually what's happened, Sid. Bring in the love, guys.
Apparently Mamacita means a sexy lady.
Exactly.
She is.
See you a bit later. Good day, y'all. Oi, oi, flat and British.
I was holding up Martin's book next to his face.
Yeah, I didn't like it. It was horrible. Hi guys, look at Mamacita. Oh,
camera, but I'm sorry.
it's a video, yeah. Yeah.
And
So, you know, Speaker's Corner, we'll have a little look around and listen.
Why do you have to come the light of the world? Why do you come and argue against the truth? You have to argue. I want to help you. What's the point of coming down here and just beating people you agree with? He doesn't understand. You have to have argument. Typical Christian. Yeah, they wanted to shut us up and we didn't shut up. They executed us, they flayed us alive, they sent us to America.
Believe or else, mate, believe or else.
No, I'm dyslexic, I believe in dog. That there was no God, he wouldn't argue anymore. But you see, he knows God and he hates
He's a very middle-class sectarian. He's got some really nasty ideas, but he's come very well.
He's presuming a lot about you, isn't he?
He hates God.
He seems to know you personally.
He just cannot stand anyone who disagrees with him.
I can see that.
I can understand that childish trait.
Yeah, he was a spoiled little bastard when he was a kid, wasn't he?
If you're an atheist who doesn't believe in God, why would you argue?
Well, obviously atheists don't believe in God. That's a tautology.
So you wouldn't argue. But here's a man who has to argue every week.
Excuse me, can you turn that into champagne?
Yeah. Why
Could you turn that into white wine?
Because he's a mocker.
No. Turn it. Let's have a miracle. Let's have a Christian miracle. Let's have white wine today for everybody. There must be 3,000 people here.
And then you all get pissed.
But now they have no excuse.
And can I also have some smoked salmon with that wine?
And a foot rub.
No, I don't hate you. I want you to get some help.
God? Do you know why they killed him?
In fact, I want you to go to church.
You know why they murdered God?
Go to church.
Because of atheism.
He doesn't go to church because he's so full of hatred. They throw him out.
The love of money murdered God. Homosexuality and immorality murdered God.
You're homosexual.
That is deicide.
You're homosexual.
Deicide. No, I'm
He
not.
has sex at home. He's a homosexual.
I'm a man of God.
You're a man of God. What?
I don't give way to
Jesus never got married. He never had sex.
Saved me out of
He
sin.
wasn't gay.
And all these people can do is argue because they hate God. And that's why they argue against God. If there was no God, they wouldn't argue. They'd say, well, there is no God, so why are we arguing? But because they hate God.
Waste of time.
Because
No,
they
I don't hate
oppose
God.
to God. They have to the evil spirit.
I want you to see the light and change
cry
your
out
mind.
against God. And that's why they do what they do.
On this
Jesus
incredible
Christ
journey
said,
through
the world hates me
no God.
because I testify of it,
no
and its
destiny.
works are evil. But remember, if they hate you, they're going to hate you because they hated me first.
No, we don't hate
Jesus
you.
Christ was hated.
We might crucify you at the end of the
Not because he did
meeting.
any
Nothing
harm,
personal.
not because he did anything wrong. He was holy.
He was into social distancing before it was invented.
And separate from
Like,
sinners.
1 mile
He
that
was
way,
the
please.
only good man who ever lived, and yet he was hated. Why?
Yeah, he's got on my nerves a bit. So it was a fantastic day. It's a really interesting place to go. Now what I'm going to do now, guys, is I'm going to show you images of the day, and I'm going to have to bounce and get this uploaded. I did have a lot more to show you, but basically time. It's 9 o'clock now UK time, see. So yeah, Zeus, he's got fiery bits because he's illuminated, and he's pointing up to where they are because he's showing you the dome as well. The dome's there. And these bunko booths, big bunko booths, I think you get magnetized. I think you get charged in them. I think that's what they're for. I think everyone was living a really long time. This is why everyone was bigger. This is why everything is making sense. Why they never ate. Why is there no toilets? Why are there no toilets? Why are there no toilets indeed? Now this is a meme, a flat earth British meme. Martin Eagle's daily mind-blowing research videos are exposing the elite's fake global history narrative. Flat earth British, crushing the shackles of 1,000 years of lies. For once, a meme that tells the truth. Yeah. This was photographed for me and sent in to me a while back, but it shows two suns. I don't think this is a lens flare. I think it shows two suns. I think when two suns happens, two suns ready to shine just for you. And I think when this happens, or this thing in the sky. I think there's a moment and a vibration changes for the whole of humanity, and I think that's what we got waiting for us. And this guy's illuminated. He's in power. Oh, he looks pale, looks a bit anemic. And they're bringing the dead down from up there. I can't imagine what happened. All cobwebby from time. They've been up there a long time then, eh? Whatever could have happened. So plague, in many narratives the last 2-3 years I've been talking about comets. When they arrive, we've had a comet storm recently, there'll be another one soon, I can imagine, probably earthquakes too, and volcanoes. Angels, or Phoenicians, are with a fiery sword. They are emanating light, and they are bringing plague and pestilence to everyone. It's a vibrational quality of change. Whatever's happening to everybody, it is us getting accustomed to our new realm. We are not in the same place. The sky's a different place. The simulation that they are running is not the same simulation we were in before. How do I know? Well, because if I'd have said to you a year ago that they would lock the whole of humanity down on a whim, on bullshit on the news, okay, and everyone fell for it, and then the next thing, everyone's getting nasty with you if you don't cover your face and hide your face, and are all acting like brainwash victims and haven't got any empathy or any feeling, and they've all turned evil and nasty, okay, then I know. If I'd have told you that, you would have never have believed it in a million years, and we're here. That's how I know that anything is on the table, and I don't feel like I'm in the same place. I don't like the old world. I don't think we should go back to that. I don't like it at all. It was fucking horrid. This one, it's horrid, but it's got more promise and more hope than anything we ever had before. It's the hope that keeps me going. It's absolutely fantastic. So much hope for us all. So in a Matrix film, when they unplug Neo, all of the other batteries are also emanating light, because we're battery cells. This is a depiction from the 1500s, and it will show you a railway carriage in a mine. Although it's been pushed by a human, it's on tracks, which will prove that they had tracks and rail cars in mines in the past, and they could have automated them, no problem. So it's a plague victim, and this guy with the happy hat, okay, he's bringing an electromagnetic weapon that looks like a scepter, and he's touching this guy with it. So he's healing him with an electromagnetic thing. They're holding him down here with these, so he doesn't budge. They got a bellows, and this guy's zapping him with some sort of tricorder instrument, like in Star Trek. And this was around in 1700s. It was a cult called the Magic Lantern cult, where all families would witness moving images on their walls of movies, and it's usually Phoenician movies with the deities and sound. But yeah, they had moving films in the 1700s called Magic Lantern. It was a cult, adored by lots and lots of people. Look into it. I'm afraid I don't know, but somebody's watching you. Spooky. So I had a lot more to present, but I will next time, I guess a day or two. So make sure to share this out, guys, if you haven't already. That would be fantastic. Yeah, papal hat is a fish. It's a fish mouth. The size of a diamond. Another homunculus being born out of a vial in the medieval era. Daddy! And that's the closest circuit board Piranesi image that I've got to a circuit board Just City. It's got an exact copy of a motherboard, processor, heatsink, the pads to click your RAM sticks in, everything. The water has the memory, the data stream or the cloud is where all the memory is. It's in the water. And this is by Michelangelo. He's got his fingers crossed. Why is the blonde dude got his fingers crossed? He's a bit cockeyed as well, isn't he? There's something going on with his eyes. One's like small, one's like big and inflated. He's got curlies as well. He looks like he's got a bird's dress on too. But yeah, fingers crossed. You do that when you're in some shit and you don't want to get found out. These two in Renaissance art, they're going into a curious little shop where they can watch a video camera of somebody else outside while weighing in some, buying, I don't know, half a quarter. Look at their clothes, guys. It's not pre-Mac, is it? Seems to be a bit shy on the weed, love. Yeah, can you tally that up a bit, love? Alright. So that's what they were doing in them days. Ezekiel's vision was also of illuminated beings, and Ezekiel's crafts, which you'll see loads in our chemical depictions. This is Bacchus. He's a bit of a chick, okay? Bacchus gets a lot of women hanging around him, naked, and they can drink wine and gavort, okay? They have copulations, golden copulations, and it's the mask that go out because he was hiding, so you didn't know who he was. I'll be looking into the Brooklyn Bridge. Apparently they built it all, and loads of people died in here in the caissons with bends. But I'll look into that later date, see if it is actually a reality, and whether, because that looks fake in the background. We'll study it more later. I've got no time now, right now. So yeah, this entity here, I'm not sure what to make of her. The legs are really not human. She's got red blotches all over her, black top, and a wicked cabbage head. Yeah, I suppose she's feeding her a cabbage or a broccoli. Cabbage heads eat broccoli. Broccoli head. She's a broccoli head. Here's more Phoenician fuckery. It is a hare in a load of dead birds, standing dead birds with a hare and a bat and an electrical charge, and you get homunculi, or in this case, Siamese twins. This is a homunculus being produced, and she has in the flask there this angel, wings open, sun and the moon, active charge, vibration, zzzt, and the homunculus is born. We're gone, like all gone. And just Phoenicians coming up from the water. I think they come down from the water at this stage. They come with a flash of light, you can't look at them, and everyone gets blinded. And not in the elites get out of it. They leg it if they can. They were just caretakers anyway. That's why they had such a haphazard bullshit way of treating this place and not caring about anything or anyone. What's up there then, fella thing? That's what you gotta call them now. Maybes. Maybe you don't even know. Automatons in the Victorian era. Were they a reality? Automated men? Maybe. The perfection of art. How do they do veins in marble? Who even knows? Are they dead people in them? Preparing for a flood. Get your premises up out of the way. Very nice then. And a Phoenician mast ship figurehead, which is a seahorse with wings and breasts, and using an onion dough, probably ceramic, which is a device. I feel there was something going through here at one stage, guys, don't you? Oh, what an unusual bridge. And a beautiful Tatarian building, double spires, windows in the spires to pull in on your avenue. And this is seen all over antiquity. I talked to Campbell the other day about this. They're showing you, the Phoenicians have this disc, and it comes down in fiery light and looks exactly like that. And it's like a UFO. They have technology. Use the Tatarian language in another place. Becchios, Tomini, Noel. So it's almost words you can understand. More electromagnetics in Kirchner's day of the 1700s, making batteries. This guy, you got Renaissance art again. He's looking down there, and she's like, "Oh, can I cop a feel?" So he's copping a feel. So Renaissance, Enlightenment, porn. So this guy, he's making a charge of electricity by turning a handle. It sparks, it goes through her body, invigorates her down there into the water. So it's electrical technology for invigoration as early as that period, guys. They were using it. Here he is with his tricorder, or his visual information unit, and he's relaying the information into there, to this guy. Atlas. Fasces, active. Orb, scepter. They call Britain the scepter dial. Yeah, it's been sceptered, alright. more Renaissance art. The crown, the glow. This is what it's all about. The glory. This is it. The glory of God. And we got it all. We got all that. We got it. Look at that Disney castle. So thirsty, it's unbelievable. Time's run out. This is just taking me so long to do this. I had microphone problems in the beginning, and I went like 3/4 through the vlog, and the microphone dropped, so I start over. So I lost like 3 hours. It happens, don't worry. So he's emanating, the guy in the fish hat. Look into that again, no time. So these two fighting, one's on a griffin, one's on a lion. She naked, black heads, black sun. Another sun there, another sun on a shield. So, alchemical formula for enlightenment. He's been working hard, wanting to get enlightened. Didn't have nice stuff. Quite like their house. Look at that on the wall there. I wonder what that is. Who even knows? Beautiful picture. The light captures that. I wonder if they've done it with the light changing. So, Brooklyn Bridge. Yeah, I was going to do a vlog, but I had to change it to, you know, fit all this in. I did have another vlog lined up. And this was part of it. So this is an artist from the 30s, contemporary, but he paints, or he does pictures of this guy with electromagnetic technology on his head. He's doing some sort of vibration, and he's reactivating a homunculus, which are all living in these holes in the wall. So he makes homunculus. And heads in a jar. Now she don't look too pissed off. She don't even look that evil, although she's female. That was a joke. And she put his head on a, you know, the head of John the Baptist. I think it was to put a head in a jar. I think it was to reanimate, like this. See these heads in jars? The Illuminati cards show them, and the Futurama program, and antiquity, and in alchemy. Look at this guy, right? He's got a dead face. He's walking a skeleton, but he's a Phoenician. He's got the Phoenician clothes on, the black Phoenician clothes. And look at that city up on the hill. That'd be futuristic if it was even now, never mind the past. And the moment we light up, this is the homunculus with the crown, wings open, active charge. The enlightenment. So which one of us are going to go first then? Light that spark, guys. So here's baby Jesus. I don't know, he's got like little curly hair. It's really nice curly hair, but his face looks like a 40-year-old bloke. But he's getting a bit bitty. So I thought it was an interesting format for painting. Ah, look at him, he's lovely. No, he's not. He's spooky. Oh, I wish I was like them rich alchemists. But they work on it. They know the secrets. They can get it done. I think Leonardo da Vinci was possibly Bacchus. All this androgyny going on. It's really weird with the Phoenicians. So that's Bacchus, right? Bloke. So what's the bottom bit? If you like didn't see the top bit, you'd think this was like a woman, wouldn't you? It's got like a little slip on. It's a tranny thing going on, guys. Tranny thing. What's he pointing at anyway? Well, we know. Don't even have to tell us now. He's getting his hair dried. Been done the hairdressers. Alchemical style. Infused by sunlight. Also the Annunciation. So, you know, Gabriel turns up, he enunciates Mary. She's like, oh shit, I'm pregnant, but she's already an illuminated being as he is, and she's got illuminated by his son. So the son activated her, Christ seed. They're doing it here in ancient Babylon, ancient Egypt. Sacrifice altar of soul, electromagnetic plates, homunculus, breathing, and the power of the sun in Egypt. We got there. So there's a lot more to present later on, guys. I'll be back in a day or two. Okay. That's been me. Peace and love to you all. Mine splat. Human light bulbs. We are you to human batteries, but human light bulbs now, okay, guys? And the potential for all of humanity to light up all at the very same time. Plus, I want to get to London on the weekend. If that's happening, I'll give you a day or so to all know. You can all meet me there, but I need some backers. contribute to freedom. Peace and love, be good, and I'll see you on the other side. Mind splat. I'll leave all my details, martinluca7gmail.com, for Barbaria, and everything else we'll talk about in my next post in the descriptions below this video. So take a look. And all the links for everything you've just seen and more. Okay. Be good, I'll be back very soon.